Courage in obedience. So I'm gonna do this while driving. It's not that big of a deal. You know, I'm not like fully paying attention and looking at the phone. But the thing is, if I don't do it now, I'll probably never do it, and I'll make a bunch of excuses like I have been, and I won't make it. So this is my first video, my first vlog, or whatever you want to call it, don't matter. But I want to talk about courage in obedience, because you know, it's easy to obey and do things or whatever, but sometimes you have to have courage to do things, because sometimes you're told to do something that just is beyond what you think you're capable of, or beyond what your mental capacity can allow you, because again, you don't see yourself in this way or that way. And to be obedient to something that may stretch you or make you uncomfortable or may scare you, you know, being a martial arts instructor and just having my faith in God, it's hard sometimes. And like, for example, when I was a student under my teacher and we were doing demonstrations, he would tell me to go do something, and it was easy because when he told me to do it, he gave me that courage to do it, and I would get pumped up and I would go. But now a lot of people don't know this, but when I teach, there's times I get really nervous and I get worried, or I don't know what it is, but I get scared or I get nervous and my heart starts beating all fast, and I think to myself, man, I wish my teacher was here to tell me to do it because I wouldn't be this nervous. And you know, but I have to do it because the kids need the demonstration of, you know, certain techniques and the power or whatever it may be. But you know, like this, doing this right here, I hate hearing my voice. I hate looking at myself. And this has been on my mind for a couple months. You know, I really had this deep impression that this is something God wanted me to do and is telling me to do. And I don't understand why. I don't get why. But you have to have a little courage, and you have to step out of your comfort zone. You know, I'm not one of those people. If you are watching this because you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is, you know that I don't post a lot of things of myself because I don't like to look at myself like that. I don't like to take selfies. I don't like to hear my voice. I don't like those things at all. This is out of my comfort zone. This is just something that I don't like to do. But sometimes you have to look at the picture bigger than yourself and go, you know what, maybe I'm supposed to do something like this because I might be helping somebody else, or I might be making a difference for somebody that other people can't reach. And there's a lot of motivational speakers out there. There's a lot of great people putting great content out there, but maybe those people won't be reached, and maybe that's something I'm supposed to do, or maybe these videos are just for myself as a reminder of whatever I'm talking about, you know. But I remember, you know, as a student of martial arts, my teacher would tell me to spar with somebody, and I would be nervous and scared because they were bigger or they were better. And you have to have courage when you face these adversities. And I use the martial arts as an example because had I not gone against those people, yeah, maybe they beat me, but I learned more about myself. You know, some of you guys know that I've fought in the cage, and these guys were good. But to get in that cage takes a lot of courage. And, you know, I didn't see it back then. I just saw it as competition. I saw it as whatever. But as I got older and I went in to fight recently, I couldn't control my nerves. And I think my nerves is what got the better of me. But I learned a lot about myself in that fight. And, because you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and it's gonna be scary. You're gonna have fear. To do anything, you can play it safe. You can stay in your lane, so to speak, and just do the things that you know to do. Or you can take a little courage and you can step out and make yourself uncomfortable, because when you're uncomfortable, that's where you grow. And I know people say it all the time, but it's just like the gym. When you want to build muscle, you want to lose weight, you can't just like go through something that's easy. You got to put a little stress on your body, just a little. Not so much that you're dying and in pain and all of that, but you got to put a little stress on your body. That's where the growth happens, mentally and physically. And so you have to just get out of that comfort zone. Life is about taking risks sometimes. Even though like I opened a karate school and it failed, and you have to take risks. You have to take a chance. And eventually I'm gonna open another karate school. But I learned a lot from that. What's that one thing that you want to do? What's holding you back from doing it? I tell people, if money wasn't an object, if you didn't have to do this thing called job and called work to pay the bills and do all of that, what would you be doing with your life? What would you do? And then take that and find a way to do that little by little while you're still working at your job. Do it little by little. And then as it grows, maybe eventually you can quit your job and you can do this thing that's on your mind, that's on your heart. Because I truly believe things are put on our heart and we have a passion for things because that's what we're called to do, and that's what our life is about. Some people are great workers, and that's just, and that's okay, but they help build other people's businesses, and that's all right too. But what do you have this passion for? What can you do? Do you love marketing? Do you love interacting with people? Do you love teaching something? Do you love learning? What do you love to do? What do you get excited about doing? And then you take steps to accomplish that goal. But sometimes, again, it takes courage. You have to step out of your comfort zone. There's going to be fear. There's going to be, a little stress, a little worry. But you got to do it. Because in that obedience, there's blessings. There's so many things that can change in your life. And there's some things going on in my life that I can't talk about too much right now, but just by being obedient and yeah, it took courage. And I was nervous about it. I was so nervous. I had my throat was all choked up, my heart was racing. And now that it's over, not completely over, but it's over, there's so much progress that has been happening already, and it's not fully said and done. And it's just because my wife and I, we were being obedient and we were listening, and we did something that made us a little uncomfortable, but already there's been blessings, and not just for us, but the people around us, and things are coming together. So you have to just take courage. It's gonna be a little scary, it's gonna be a little rough, but sometimes you just never know what is gonna happen and what is there for you when you are obedient and when you do these things that are there. And sometimes it might be like a boss telling you to do something, or maybe it's a boss telling you to apply for a position, but you're scared because maybe you think you're not qualified enough, or maybe you think you don't have enough knowledge. But if your boss believes in you, then you gotta believe in you and be obedient to it and take that courage. Don't let fear stop you and hold you back. Don't let fear keep you from doing what you were put on this earth to do. And you may not agree, but we're all put on this earth for a reason and to do something. And I truly don't believe we were put on this earth to go to work for somebody else, a 9-to-5 job, and make somebody else some money, come home, watch TV, and that's it. And that's all our life is. I truly believe there's more to our life than that. So take charge and step out of your comfort zone and live for you and your family. And you know, sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's scary, but we all can do it. Because if we don't have the courage to do it, fear is going to take over and hold us back. And sometimes you don't know what you're being held back from. So have a great day. And I'm thinking of making some other videos, like workout videos, and of me trying to gain some weight and trying to get up there. And just I don't know, let me know what kind of stuff you guys want to see or hear or whatever. I got a few videos already that I'm interested in making. But again, this is the first video, the first step of getting out of my comfort zone and doing it. So some of these videos will probably just be for me, but still putting it out there so I can look it up and remind myself. Have a great day, guys.